my hair. That's what we're working with. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my week 35 update video for you guys. Pregnancy, I told you guys I was probably gonna do these vlog style. This is what we got going on. So, I feel like there's a lot to update you on this week, and I kind of want to speed through it because, one, I have a 90-minute massage and I'll be scratching at the nursery door. You're not allowed in here, boo. Sorry. Because I have a 90-minute massage and that I have to leave for in 15 minutes. But also, I don't know, I just want to be quick about this update now because I'm tired. I don't know, I'm tired. Okay, so anyway, here's the update. I am 36 weeks and 1 day today, but last week was 35, so 35 weeks literally ended on Saturday, so 2 days ago. So on Monday, so a week ago, last Sunday was 35 weeks. And on Monday, it was Tim and I's anniversary. And starting Monday at 2 a.m. in the morning, I started having really bad contractions that woke me up in the middle of the night. And they weren't like, you know, really close together or anything like that, but they were bad. They were worse than the ones I had at 33 weeks. And so they kept waking me up, and finally after like an hour and a half of them being pretty consistent coming and going, I got up and I did what I know to do, which is I took Tylenol, I drew a warm bath, I drank a bunch of water while I was in the bathtub. This was probably at like 3:30 in the morning or so. And then they seemed to like get worse in the bath, like they didn't really let up, they didn't really improve. So a half hour later, at around 4 or so, I decided to just call the midwife to update them, let them know what was going on. And so I called, and she said, based on how they were, because they were, you know, low back all the way in my, like a tire, you know, like in the low back, in my abdominals, or my lower abdominals, and then like up on my tummy too. And so she said, one of two options. We can have you come in and take a look and just make sure everything's okay. Because I was feeling the baby move and everything like that. Or she said, you can, if you want, you can wait it out at home, give it some more time, see how it goes, drink more water, just kind of rest, lay on your side, don't do too much, blah, blah, all that good stuff. And I said, I want to stay at home. It's 4 in the morning, like I don't want to come back in. I can tell this isn't labor. So stayed home. Waited it out for like 3 more hours, drank more water, blah, blah. They kept being really consistent, and I just felt horrible. I started to feel really flu-like. I thought I was going to throw up. I had diarrhea. There was no mucus plug, no bloody show, nothing like that. But I felt horrible. Like I felt sick. And not like flu sick, like I was sick from, not from the contractions, but like, guys, I don't know how to explain it. I just felt bad. Like my body hurt, my joints hurt. It was just weird. So I called back around 7:30, and I actually got to talk to our head midwife because she was the one on call at 7:30. And so I got to talk to her, and she said, okay, here's what I want you to do. You already took Tylenol, but that was like, you know, 5 hours ago. So I want you to take 2 extra strength Tylenol, draw a bath with Epsom salt in it, take in a liter of water with you, and make a glass of hot tea. Leave the tea. I want you to get in the bath for 30 minutes, drink all the water, the Tylenol. When you get out, drink the hot tea, and I'm going to call you back in an hour. And we're going to just see if there's any change. So I did all that. She calls me back a little over an hour because she had a delivery, which is totally fine, obviously. And nothing had changed. In fact, the entire time I was in the bathtub, I was having contractions that were getting worse, and they were lasting, like, they weren't lasting longer, but I had shorter breaks in between them, and they were stronger. And so she said, okay, I want you to just lay down on your side for an hour. Let's just see if we can get your body calmed down. Just relax. And I'm not panicked and I'm not stressed at all because I can tell that I know I'm not in labor. I can just tell that my body's kind of like freaking out a little bit. And so finally at 11:30 she calls me back and she's like, how are you doing? And I was like, literally no change. Like laying down is helping a little bit, but not much. They're still coming, you know, every like 8 to 10 minutes. And she was like, all right, you have to come in. You have to come in. So at 11:30, Tim comes home from work. This is 11:30 in the morning on Monday, our second wedding anniversary. He comes home from work and he picks me up, and we put the hospital bags in the car just in case, and we drive to our hospital where we're delivering, which is like 30 minutes away, and get checked in, and they do an exam, and they do, oh gosh, They go ahead and do GBS in case I was going to have the baby, which is like a swab that they do to test for a certain bacteria some women have in their vagina, which basically means that they put you on an antibiotic so it doesn't transfer to the baby during birth, during delivery. So they did that. They did a wet prep. They did urine analysis. They did tests for yeast and all of that just to make sure. Everything came back negative, and the cervical exam showed that I was not dilated, but I was 50% effaced. And the week before, at 33.5 weeks, end of my 33rd week when we went in, I was completely closed and my cervix was hard, so it wasn't thinned out at all. So there was definitely like progression and there were changes, but I was not in active labor. So she felt comfortable sending me home and just saying, like, listen, everybody's body is going to be different, and you might just be someone that contracts more until you deliver. And she's like, they're probably going to get worse, and you're probably going to, feel them more and more as you get closer to delivery. I'm hoping that baby stays in there for 13 days, but I told you guys, like, when she does the exam, she can feel her head right away, and she almost has to, she does have to, reach for my cervix. So, baby girl is, really, really low in there, still in really good position, and all of that, but not dilated. Nothing happened with that. Every day during last week, I had contractions, and I would say I would have, 10 a day, about 1 an hour, probably, and they started going up in intensity a little bit every day, kind of. Some days they're better than others. Nights when I can get a lot of sleep, they are better, way better. But I also they just come and go for no reason. I'm having an absolute crap ton of Braxton Hicks contractions every day. I honestly, it's I don't notice them anymore because they just are so present. So this is obviously Thanksgiving week coming up. So we have our next appointment on Wednesday, and we'll be able to see if anything happened, if I dilated last week during week 35 from any of the contractions I was having. The other exciting portion of last week was that on, what day would this have been? Saturday night. Oh yes, this was a couple days ago. I had a lot of trouble sleeping last week, super uncomfortable. Just all of a sudden I got really uncomfortable during week 35, and I started to be like, oh my gosh, I don't want her to come out yet because we want to make it to 37 weeks, which is term, early term, however you look at it, but it's still term. And she'd be, good to deliver. It'd be the best case is after 37 weeks. So I started feeling really uncomfortable, I wanted her out though this week. Everything just hurts. My back hurts so bad. I can't, getting out of bed is so hard. I limp. Everything is so tight. My hips are killing me. My sciatica is just gotten shot through the roof, how bad it is. And it's just been a lot of pain. It was a really painful week for me. I got a massage, which helped for sure, but it's just helping less and less, which is okay. I mean, I know that this is part of pregnancy and part of the end, but I'm just feeling the wear of carrying all of this weight, and I can feel how big she is and how she's completely running out of room, because when she stretches, and my stomach stretches, it just is so hard. My stomach is so hard all the time, whether I'm having a Braxton Hicks or not, because she's so big and she just pushes out, so all her limbs come out of my belly all the time. But anyway, on Saturday night we had family over for game night, just to hang out really low-key. I was just really lounging and relaxing. But we had everybody over, and that night, all night long, I had contractions. The worst contractions I had. They kept me up literally all night. They started around midnight. I wasn't asleep yet because everybody was still awake. Not everybody, but the kids were asleep, but everybody else was still awake. So I was, I did some cat-cow. I had Tim press on my sacrum and work on some of the maneuvers that they taught us in our labor and delivery class. And that helped a little bit. And then I tried to go to sleep, and I took a little bit of Unisom, but not much, a quarter of a pill, because you guys know I don't really like taking it. And I took Tylenol though. And I went to bed to try to get some sleep, and I was jarred awake by contractions. And usually when I wake up from having a contraction, I just wake up, but it's not whew, but I was jolted awake by the worst contractions that I had had, definitely. And they were ones where I was just I could breathe, but I had to kind of groan through them. They weren't just that kind of hurts contractions. They were oh my God, I can't move. And so I was just laying in bed, and I was trying not to wake Tim up, because again, like they weren't coming like fast enough that I thought I was in labor, but my body was so tired in between them. So I was already so tired. I hadn't slept well the night before. So I was already really tired, so my body was really tired, so I kept falling asleep in between them, but they were coming like every 2 minutes, probably, for like 30 minutes, and then they spaced out to every like 5 or 8 minutes, and then it was like every 10 minutes, but it lasted for like 2 hours, and like honestly, like I couldn't get out of bed. I could have moved, but I was in pain, and I would have needed help getting up and out of bed. And I was like, I'm just gonna lay here. I pulled my phone over in case I needed to time them, and I just like sat there and just timed them, and I timed a few, but I kept falling asleep in between the longer ones because my body was so tired and I was so tired. So, from my body contracting and from like being in pain. So, anyway, finally at around 4 a.m., I got up, I took 2 Tylenol, I got in the bath, put Epsom salt in it, drank 32 ounces of water, exactly how they told me to do it, and then I went back to bed, and I kept having them for like another hour or two. Finally, around 6, I was able to get about an hour and a half long stretch without having a contraction wake me up, which was amazing, and then I finally got up around 8:30. I kind of laid in bed for like another hour, got up around 8:30, and they had definitely gotten better. Like, they were definitely better, but they were still coming. Like, they weren't as painful at all. They were still coming, and I knew everything was fine, but Tim was like, why don't you just call the midwife, just like update them and let them know what's going on, since, you know, we were there just on Monday and all that. So I did, and talking to her made me feel better, and I feel good that like they know about all of it and what's been going on. But she just said, unfortunately, like some people just contract a lot, like are in that kind of pre-labor, early labor stage for like a really long time. And I obviously don't know if any of it dilated me or made me more effaced, thinned out. I don't know. We'll find out more at the appointment on Wednesday. But either way, I just basically, like, I have contractions every day, like real contractions, not Braxton Hicks, that my body's just like getting ready for birth. It feels like my body's aggressively preparing for birth. In fact, the midwife was like, your body sounds like it's just overachieving and like really trying to prepare you for birth. So obviously, like, that could mean anytime. It could mean tomorrow. It could mean 4 weeks. We have no idea. So none of this means anything. I'm not attaching to the fact that she's going to come early. I'm trying to let go of all of it, because if I attach to the fact that she's going to come early, like, and she doesn't come by this time next week, I feel like I'm going to be like sad, or not sad, but just like even more uncomfortable. So I literally am taking it day by day and just like seeing how I feel. And that's really where I am. That's where my head is. I'm excited to have my massage today. I think one of the most important things that I've done for myself over the last couple weeks is schedule things, because I'm not working. So I'm at home and I'm just like, I have this aggressive like nesting instinct, but everything is literally done. Like, my freezer meals are done, the nursery's done, everything is washed, everything of hers is washed. Like, everything is organized. There's nothing else really that I can do. Like, everything is done. And so it's hard. I don't know what to do. I'm like starting organizing. I'm going to organize my makeup later today because I don't know what else to do. But I can't, like, sitting and doing nothing is really hard. Or, like, sitting and reading a book is really hard because, like, sitting doesn't feel good. Standing is, like, what feels good to me. Sitting is just, like, uncomfortable because she's so low, and I can't get comfortable in a seated position. So what I've done is put things in my schedule that are like I look forward to each week. So last week we had friends over on Wednesday night just to come say hi because they were leaving to go to Italy. And then on Friday, one of my friends took the day off to do a girls' day with me. So I was like, I can be pregnant for one more week. I've got this like great week planned. It's going to be so great. And she was coming to do my hair too. So now my hair is done. You know, not like right now, but she moved my extensions and all of that. So it's all like fresh and clean. Again, not right now, but, you know, generally. Like this week, today, I've got my 90-minute massage. Tomorrow, my cleaning lady is coming, Mary, who's, like, amazing, and I love her so much, and she's going to help me get Christmas out so that I can start working on that. And then tomorrow morning before she comes, I'm going to run to Walmart and get wrapping paper and just a couple of things that we need. Like, I'm going to stock up on toilet paper and paper towels because, like, that's the stuff that I could still do, and, like, toiletries, so that we have that and we don't have to, like, worry about that when the baby comes. I'm going to start wrapping the Christmas presents. That I'm already, like, 75% done with my Christmas shopping. I know that Wednesday we have an HVAC guy coming, so Tim's coming home to work a half day from home on Wednesday. We have our midwife appointment Wednesday, and then Thursday's Thanksgiving, so we get to see family, and then Friday is Black Friday, and I'm going to finish my Christmas shopping on Black Friday, and then Saturday we're hosting Friendsgiving. So like this is a full week, so I'm like, I can be pregnant for week 36. I can make it to 37, and I think if you're pregnant and you like start, like in the later stages when you start to get that like really uncomfortable feeling, one of the most important things that you can do is just start scheduling things that you look forward to that make you forget a little bit that you're pregnant, because right now it's really hard to just like sit and be pregnant. I need to be like doing something. We're gonna do it. We can do this. We can make it. I feel good today because I slept, like I was up every hour until 4, and then I slept from 4 to 8. Oh my gosh, it was the best stretch of sleep ever. It was so good. So I feel good. I'm really excited to go get this massage, which I need to go because I'm probably going to be late for it, but I'm going to come home and edit this video because today is Monday and get it up for you guys so you can see this little update, and hopefully you like these. If you like these updates and you like seeing how the pregnancy is going and like hearing all about it, give this video a thumbs up. I have lots more baby videos scheduled like for you guys coming soon, like my top newborn pics, what's in my hospital bag, what's in my baby's hospital bag, the nursery tour, all of that is coming for you guys. Yeah, and lots more beauty videos too. So I love you all so much. Have a great day. Give it a thumbs up if you like seeing the pregnancy update videos, and I will see you all in my next one. Mwah!